thing because, like, they're a part of that system, right? They're doing their training for it, or whatever. So, but that's that's their lot, or whatever. But other than that, like, you just rise, because that's the authority figure in there. But like, you don't need to bow down into them or whatever because you're not in that order. But like, to court order is, do that. Like suppose you went to court and you're listening to music or playing on your phone and shit like that, you do that. Like, it's kind of, it's just.
And the most is about order. So you don't have to bow to them. But if they all rise, you get up.
For sure.
And if them police officers, the system, they do a thing, do your thing. I'm not bowing to you. I stand up.
Yeah.
Right? Certain reverence and respect, because the most I put them there, and you have to respect the most size set up over you.
So you're saying that you would stand up and not bow, but if they ask you to bow,
We got a precept. Can't force it. Can't force it to bow.
Look, don't look at it literal. Okay, for example, right? You have certain people who are set up in the society, like case in point, the Moors. The Moors. Okay, if you look at how they function, when they go into a court of law and they say all rise for the worship or the honor, they don't rise, because what you do when you rise, you're submitting to their jurisdiction. Okay, so there's certain people in this society, they have the ability not to rise. Now, ordinary people like you and me, whether you stand, right, or you don't bow, you're still a part. You're still giving them jurisdiction over you. So whether you bow or not, it depends what part of the club you are. Okay, so don't get caught up in bending and bowing. You're not. If you're an ordinary person, you're subject to the laws of the land. Understood, right?
Right, you get that? So our guidance is this book, right? And the laws and precepts. So lift up yourselves within the system. And all he's simply saying is that there's some people that know a different type of language. When they say bow, they rise. Like how this brother explained it.
Put it in between it.
Right? Yeah, put it in between. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, what was mentioned here about blood, what the brother broke down about the blood, it's very important to understand that, because the scriptures declare that we're not to eat blood or drink blood. You know what I'm saying? And we're not to also cut into the flesh. That's part of Babylon's system, yeah? So Esau, you're going to be really in trouble trying to get us that way. Because Leviticus 19:28 says, you can't cut in our flesh. You deceived us for many years to take these needles. You got it?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
This is in Matthew chapter 22, verse 21. They say unto him, Caesar's, then saith unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
Read above that.
Okay. So this is
Matthew 22 verse 1?
Matthew 22. Up higher. 22 verse
19, no, 20.
sorry, 20.
So it says, and he saith unto them, whose is this image and subscription? They say unto him, Caesar's.
So Yahushua is talking to the disciples at the time.
Okay.
And because I think it was Peter, the cops, the centurions at the time, came to Peter and asked him, well, you and your master, Yahushua, need to pay tribute, pay taxes. Peter didn't want to. He didn't want to pay taxes. So, because he had the same mindset you did. You don't feel like you need to bow down to anybody else than the Most High. Well, this is what Yahushua said to him.
And that image and subscription today, that's the beast system. Okay, just to be technical about it. And it says, they say unto him, Caesar's, then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar's the things which are Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things that are the Most High's.
So Yahushua said, okay, well, this is, for instance, this is Esau's land. You gotta render unto Esau what's Esau, so you gotta abide by his rules, right? But what belongs to the Most High, you render to the Most High. So, when I quoted that scripture, you gotta be harmless as a dove and subtle as a snake. Basically, you have to.
I'll get it for you.
Okay, it's water.
That's good for you.
Okay,
This is Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. why shouldest thou destroy thyself? So if you're in a courtroom and I ain't doing it, the fact that you're there, you're subjecting yourself to rule. So if you don't want to be bound and doing it, then don't go in the first place, because like that's normal, right, for them to do that. So don't be overrighteous. In your mind, you're not bound to them, just doing whatever. But you know what I'm saying? So don't be overrighteous over much, man, because you destroy yourself. And now you might say, you know what? You're contempt of court, this, that, and another thing. Now for what?
Another thing I didn't get to add on with the brothers didn't mention was about when they make you swear the Bible, right? Because when brothers don't go to the court system, they don't remember stuff like that. After a while, you don't remember certain things because they come up with the spirit, let it be. But yeah, you don't swear on the Bible. You just tell them, like, I believe in the Bible. I'd rather not swear on the Bible. I will tell the whole truth to the best of my ability. That's all you need to say to them.
Precept. Matthew 5:37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than this
So
cometh.
nay is no, yea means yes. Just for edification, because some brothers they're new to this and they don't want to read the King James Bible because of the literature. It's too old, it's too past tense. Right?
Victorian English.
That's right. So for edification, it's nay is no, and yea means yes.
And
that's like the scriptures, because the scriptures is black and white. There's no in between. So that's why it's telling you to make your communication sure like that. Right? Because people in this society, there's loopholes in the law. And that's what they don't tell you. That's why when Jake goes to the court, they're like, but you said this, you said that. No, because there's loopholes. It's confusion, which we're going into. Confusion, Babylon, right?
Because the loophole is really for Esau to get away with murder.
Yep.
To hold himself not guilty. Because really he's the reason why he's called crimson. Because he's a criminal.
That's why he
Caught
goes back
red-handed. So that court system is really for him to get away with anything. Because you go and do the research and you hear about this Jake, he was in college, he raped a girl, and this other Edomite, he raped a girl. They don't get the same time. Jake gets double, Esau gets off. He gets 6 months on probation, and he doesn't even have to spend half the time inside of prison. He can go to a halfway house. Esau can be in a halfway house and get away. And still commit the same fucking law that he did break and not be penalized. I'll continue.
yes, it says, for whatever is more than these cometh of evil. So you're gonna trap yourself up, because then it's like you perjure yourself, right? Say you want to support you the truth? Just ask a question, man. Was it there? No, I wasn't there. Or yes, I was there. That's it. No one can say, oh, that's bullshit, man. Right?
Alright, so this is
That was good.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as a doves.
Right? So it's all about all things are lawful but not expedient. Right? Things lawful means, according to, like for instance, it's okay for us to, according to law, every homosexual that you see, any moral aisle you see, you can put them to death. But that's not expedient. It's just like being with, we can have multiple women, so that's not expedient. Expedient means convenience. It's not convenient. Advantageous. Yeah, exactly. So basically, just to sum everything up, you got to be smart. When you're in this system, you got to be smart.
Well, you have to be aware of the time that you're in.
Yeah, the time that you're in. That's
Because we're at the end of this. End of society, this age of Esau's rulership. Like, and you see what's going on.
Yeah, I can get it.
Back in Jeremiah 51, verse 2. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land.
So what does that mean? You know what that means, brothers? Fanners?
Banners?
Yeah. No. Shall send fanners to her land. So they're going to escalate the destruction of this place, bringing it down even more. Like people in general. Like, you know how they always complain about we don't have enough work because the immigrants did this?
Yeah.
That's a part of it. That's bringing fanners to destroy the sign for more fire.
Black Lives Matter, for
Yeah.
example, that's a fanner group. Okay, these people over there. And what they're actually fanning is what the brother just mentioned, the hate.
Yeah.
So, but it's Yahweh Shimei Shai set that up, right? The men of the Lord here, we fan the hate in spirit and in truth, right? So that's the difference. They're there just to fan the hate, but they can't make it effective. They can't fix the problem. The problem is going to be fixed starting right here with the men of the Lord, bringing out the truth through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shimei Shai.
It's like being an instigator. You know, sometimes you have some people, two guys arguing, and they're not